Yo, peace and black power. It's your brother Knowledge from the line. Do Knowledge Radio. The place where Knowledge is born.
Knowledge Radio.
This is 3K.
Think Tank.
This is 3K. Hey. This is 3K.
I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. Who ran, who ducked, who drew down, return fire. We're the warriors, the healers, enlighteners, enlighten us. I'm tired of the same old, that game old with an upgrade. I'm a sunbathed in the sun rays while my guns blaze and they complain. Devil my level not attainable. My metal not malleable. I'm a man, didn't need that manual. Reparations is incalculable. Yeah, we wanted in blood, dead in the begging, head in the beheading, metal to the meddling. Members is aggressive, getting to the Armageddon. Karma, seem calmer when it comes to retribution. Caliber, catalyst in my clips and I use them on traitors and haters and the ones that spread confusion. Cause the devil's playground wasn't built for our amusement. Hey, hey, meet me at the guard hour. Hey, in these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. Impenetrable armor, Orient aura. This story, this saga get gory before it get calmer. Keep holding that revolutionary posture. 85 gon' dip and dodger, but when they get monster, they turn into MC Light, earrings, and become door knockers. I'm irate, they pirate the culture, send them to Davy Jones' locker. It's okay. Okay. Let them think that you lost it. Be patient, this type of thing you can't force it. Play possum, but nah, not know about the road. And they can't comprehend cause the language is coded. We plan ideas and we plan explosives. Make your pockets go from more bits or more bread. The portal done open, they can't close it. You ain't got a sideline, you could cause more risk. No set birth date, no Dorian Gray portraits. It's about to get ugly and these devils can't forfeit. Ancestral memory, so no I won't forget. What we building is an impenetrable fortress for sure. Every show is just like a core ship, and my flow for sure tighter than your gal's corset. It's okay. Okay. We are the source, you can't outsource it. Even Spartans don't want no parts, Nev. What do you know? Before you know it, 3,000 wild Africans at your doorstep. Hey, meet me at the guard hour. Hey, in these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. No, we will not cower while the rest they play safe. We will move with God's power. This is not for play. Honor my ancestors, play the Orient. Day. Peace to you, loved ones, stay dangerous and stay safe. AKAs and AKs coming to make their caves cave. Wreck the race like take case, stay dangerous and stay safe.
Brothers just walk up on me, and they're just like, you know, you can just see the hunger in their eyes. Like as soon as you know what I mean? They was like, yo.
Belongs to those who have free minds. Those who can see behind the veil of illusion, know the truth, and can stand on it.
My pro-black, really pro-black, anti-hip-hop dress code. That's no cap, no vax. My white cells assassinate. Any kind of virus get chewed up, masticate. My immunity's indestructible. I'm a pillar of my community, no deductible. General Tucson leading the revolution. To black problems, we are the only fucking solution. No outsiders, no white saviors, we gatekeeping. I keep trying to wake them up cause they stay sleeping. Chooks is armed with ancestral wisdom, so I don't trust people that still trust the system. We gotta eat like Sebi, fight like Ali, think like Malcolm, migrate to Merca, Somali. I carry my own water, so I value every drop of it. Drowning at the bottom, so I swim up to the top of it.
If I say it, then I mean it. I'm never backing down. Only a few real ones left now. If it's truth, then I'ma stand on it. If it's justice, then I'ma stand on it. If I say it, then I mean it. I'll never take it back. And if you ever hear me say it, then it's facts. That's my word, and I'ma stand on it. What you heard, I'ma stand on it. Yeah. What happened to principles, character, fortitude? Healing through alchemy, magic is what to do. Time to purge the planet from human toxicity. People do any and everything for publicity. It's way out of control, destructive, they weak and careless. We either stand for what is right or else the people perish. Putting these devils in a panic, now we got them frantic. The righteousness of justice is poetic, Pac and Janet. You don't know lies from truth when you wearing blinders. Wisdom separates the strong people from the spineless. They tell me to kill them with kindness, be considerate, but everybody's capping out here, nothing's legitimate. Nobody surrounded us everywhere, but the souls is missing. The enemy is always watching and the ops is listening. No wonder most of these people feeling defeated. The language of God is encoded and they can't read it. If I say it, then I mean it. I'm never backing down. Only a few real ones left now. If it's truth, then I'ma stand on it. If it's justice, then I'ma stand on it. If I say it, then I mean it. I'll never take it back. And if you ever hear me say it, then it's facts. That's my word, and I'ma stand on it. That's what you heard. I'ma stand on it. Rusty Chucks, Kai Phoenix. Yeah.
Peace and blessings. We here on a boss talk session. I didn't hijack my brother's show. Like, this is his show. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't hijack this show. I was like, yo, boss. He was like, what up, boss? I was like, yo, champ, we got to do something. He's like, I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready, man. I'm going to say something real quick off the script. My brother Staxx is a true brother, a true friend, a true comrade. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the reasons why I don't take myself too serious no more. He gave me a lane and a way on this platform to be able to relate and speak to the other aspects of myself. Because I got jokes, contrary to popular belief. I know folks see the militaristic God, but I got you. Okay, don't get it twisted. I got you. But yeah, my brother, he lives the power of reinvention, a father, a real black man, a brother in the community, you know what I'm saying? Like, out there for the youth, out there for the people, man. So I love him a great deal, honest and respect him always. And I look forward to every time he come on, because he come on with something new, something fresh, and he always brings somebody great on to the platform, great addition to this platform, to the growth of it, and excited to work with you in the future, my brother. So becomes my honor and privilege at this time to introduce and present to others, the mayor of New York City. You understand?
The mayor, that's it.
the mayor,
that's
the
it.
mayor
That's
New York
beneath
City,
me,
Harlem.
man. That's beneath
You
me.
understand what I'm saying? the governor. You know what I'm saying? Harlem, man. Boss of Staxx in the building.
Yo, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yo, before I even start, I just want to shout out a young lady that been doing her thing or whatnot. Her food is kind of good. I ain't had none in a few. She been cheating and going all kind of other places to sell her meals or whatnot. You can look her up on Facebook. Her name is Betty Love. Her food place is Betty Love Kitchen or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she making dishes or whatnot. She's doing some good things astronomically or whatnot. I'm not sure if she's making deliveries, but for the fellas, she ain't looking for no man. She just DM her about the bag. You know what I'm saying? Hit her up about the bag. Like, she just want to cook. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna eat your
Like,
food,
that's
man.
it. You know what I'm saying? I want to continue to shout out my bro T Gutter Gwilla, Tanifia, my man CMF Tina. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that ever starred in a movie, everybody that's about to star in a movie, my man Pharaoh is home. Yes, he's home. He got his own script that he wrote or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a new movie coming out real soon called From Dope to Hope. Y'all look forward to that. It's gonna be on YouTube. Um, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Yo,
We got
today we
what were the
talking about.
limits? Meets 21 questions. So we're gonna have some questions and some situations. Last time we did this, you know what I'm saying? Stack's the only dude in the industry ever in life that had me the limit. You understand what I'm saying? He had me the limit. My morals was the limit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, we need to run that back, man. Run that back. Before we do that, man, talk to the people about your time on this platform, man. I'm putting things together. Raising funds. 11 years of Do the Knowledge Radio, over 4,000 episodes. You understand what I'm saying? So tell the people about your time here on the platform and what this platform mean to bossed up Stacks.
Um, so what I really want to say is this, right? From the first time I ever met you on the platform or whatnot, I was intrigued. Um, Generally because I speak to an audience of people that I don't think is on my level articulately, right? I don't think that they can hold dialogue with me and just get in the ring and we just box, right? Um, and a lot of times people be like, "Yo, I love seeing you on Boss Talk. Or I love seeing you on the Redemption joint because I get a chance to see a different side of you." I didn't know that you was that smart, and I'm like, I didn't know that you was smart enough to even understand what I was even saying. You know what I'm saying? So now the thing is that the identity is that when you graduate certain things in life, you never want to go back, right? Nobody graduates from elementary school and goes back from junior high to elementary school unless they going to do community service and help out, right? High school kids don't go back to junior highs, right? So when you graduate something, you really don't want to relive that. So a lot of times I can already tell by the first 5 minutes of the conversation, whether it's man, woman, boy, or child, if this is going to be something that's going to feed me. So coming on this platform has meant a lot to me because I've gotten a chance to actually show people that I'm more than just a smile and some jokes, right? That I actually have some kind of substance. So I am I am 2026. I am I am the 1980s crack though. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get high off me if you actually can understand what's going on when I drop in these jewels. And I enjoy just having the opportunity to be in the room with someone that's elite, right? I believe I said this to someone. I might have said it out in public, or I might have said it on the platform before. If you actually study the Bible correctly, you're gonna realize that everything that the pastor ever said to you when you was growing up was he get the amens because people is not studying, right? So he sounds like a scholar. But when you actually start to tap into that, you're like, man, study he regular, right? People become regular when you make what they do an art for yourself, right? The person that I thought was the nicest on my block playing basketball when I was growing up, he was regular to me when I really got nice in basketball, right? College professors, when they speak to other college professors, they regular in that particular room. But when they teaching these students, like, wow, Mister Mister Johnson is well spoken. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you just didn't know it. Now when you get to know it, you're like, oh, this dude is regular. Miss Johnson is regular. Detective Diaz is a regular detective when I start to do my research, right? So, you start watching First 48 and you didn't solve the case before they did. It took them 2 days to do it. You did it in 15 hours. People be regular. So that's the identity I stand in when it comes to just being on the platform and being and knowing that I'm a voice, right? I destroyed my community growing up with all of the crack that I saw, all of the coke that I saw. I broke families just like my family was broke with drugs, right? And I still chose to um to perpetuate those particular actions. So, but now I get a chance to illustrate a different level of conduct because I get to speak, I get to teach, I get to, you know what I'm saying? So that's what this do the knowledge thing means to me, man. It just gives me the opportunity first to iron sharpen iron because I'm building with you, and we carpenters, right? The demolition work is already what we done did. The carpentry is what we doing, right? And then the other side to it is I get the chance to actually speak What's up, King? Anything healthy? Yeah, that was it though. That was it, man.
Word. So I mean, I definitely appreciate you and everything you do. Like I said, you always bringing up somebody new. You know what I'm saying? You always bringing somebody new here. Uh, on the platform. Excited for whoever it was and is and will be. You know what I mean? So you added value in a multitude, pardon, of different ways. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dr. Love and everybody who came through. You understand what I'm saying? And you always came with something fresh, something new, like I said earlier. And then evolving into movies, working with artists, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Songwriting, videos, all of that. You know what I mean? You and Tanifia, amazing collaborations. Making art and magic and things happening. So y'all get a chance to see another aspect of Boss Stuff Stacks in the documentary. The docu series of Do Knowledge Radio. Profound Mind, man. Profound Mind, good brother, and he's available. You know what I'm saying? He's approachable outside. You know what I'm saying? Outside. So this ain't no
Yeah.
internet screen situation. You know what I'm saying? So what's on you, man? You know what I'm saying? It's on you. What you want to do, man?
So what we
I
doing? The
left
more
21
dilemma or
questions.
question first? What you want to do? How you want to do it, man?
Either or, man. We could flip
I,
it and bounce back and forth, man. You understand what
I
I'm
mean, I
saying?
could. So that's
Talk
what
to
I'm gonna
me
do. I'm
nice
gonna
so you
do.
don't have to talk to me twice.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a double dose, right? This is like a double entendre here, right? So if morally you're a father,
Mm.
right? How does it affect you when you know someone that doesn't take care of their kids, makes up excuses as oh, she won't let me see my kids, and I don't want to go to court because you think it's snitching, right? How does that affect you morally as a man when there's somebody that is like that is close to you?
Mm.
Hmm.
That's a great one, right? That's a great one because as a man, we we came from a society, you know, before interruption, before crack, where if you was not taking care of your children, you couldn't come around. You know what I'm saying? The older guards might put some hands and feet on you. You understand? So like there was a kind of way where that interception became something that became the norm. You understand what I'm saying? Like Ronald Reagan and his administration created welfare queens and deadbeat daddies, created the archetype. You understand what I'm saying? They created an archetype through their administration to be able to funnel drugs through our communities to fund the Iran Contra war. So that's the larger part of it. You understand what I'm saying? That's the larger part. So now, how that trickles down through our society was ravished. Our families were ravished, on top of being ravished, on top of being ravished. The experiment that's America runs deep, and I don't even know if we give the credence to how the wickedly wise are able to maneuver and create mass genocide and keep their hands clean. You understand what I'm saying? And still become a space of moral rectitude and conduct to where folks want to look and be and sound like them, right? So that's the large scale. The small scale is a level of accountability. So if you're having issues in that regard and we're in your circle, if I'm in his circle, we're going to sit down and go through every possible means available, exhaust all remedies, mental, emotional, and spiritual, to see what we could do to remedy the situation. Because I tell you, as a father who went from being in the home with his children to not being in the home with his children, every moment you spend with your child is precious. Every memory that you create, but then also every moment that you aren't creating memories with your family is detrimental to them, to these young children. They don't want your stuff. They'll take your stuff. They'll take your money, but they want you, really. So because it's from you, they'll keep that. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll go through some processes in that regard to strive to see if he's willing to do what's necessary. if he's not willing to do what's necessary, I don't care what the situations, circumstances are. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm there to work with you, to build with you, to help you get you access to resource, whatever the thing is, and you still not doing that, I might slide you. I might slide you next time I see you. You understand what I'm saying? after you wake up, somebody tell you what happened. You understand? That's just what it is. But uh, creating a future pattern of behavior by neglect, your children not gonna want to hear your excuses. You understand what I'm saying? My children already know the truth. They always told them the truth, and I will always tell them the truth. So if you're dealing in a space of neglect, now if you're being prevented, that's a whole nother thing. But if you're in a space of willful neglect based off of excuses, fear, doubt, whatever the case may be, after those options is presented on the table, I ain't got nothing for you but a slide. You understand what I'm saying? Got nothing for you but a slide.
No, I mean, I agree with you 100%. I just like the guys that I hang out with, man. Shout out to my man, my bro SP. These dudes that I really, really like, my brother that I just gave a pound to, like, rap, like these dudes that I really, really keep like close, and they like, when I say I'm talking about knitted, I'm talking about like,
Mm-hmm.
like a fake, like a wig. Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta thread that thing in there, but you gotta braid it first. Like these are the people that's under they with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm with them 100% no matter what it look like, how I go. Like because I see the man in them. I see the father in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they see that in me. So
Right,
if if it's anything other than that, and I know what you're choosing, then that's something that I don't want to be a part of. Right? I didn't, and it's crazy because like I remember it was a time when I was raising a little boy that wasn't biologically mine, and I still was, caught up in the streets, caught up in gang life,
mm-hmm.
caught up in this, caught up in that, going back and forth to jail, whatever, whatever. Right? And the identity then was something different, right?
Right,
Now my elevation comes. I'm evolved, so I'm not only am I evolved, but I'm involved, right?
right,
And that becomes a situation where I'm like, nah, like this right here counts. I could brag about how much drugs I saw. I could brag about how many robberies. I could brag that there's nobody that when I was in prison that could say that they did anything to me and got away with it. I could brag about all of that, but what I really, really want to brag about is being a father,
right.
like making a difference in my community, seeing kids walk up on me like, "Yo, yeah, I seen you did the basketball tournament, man. What's your next one?" Like that is important to me.
Right.
I already got the name.
So now I got a dilemma slash question for you, the double dose, right? Is there a place that we could get to in our societies and in our family when we come home from prison that we truly home, that we no longer looked at for whatever crime, allegation, whatever the what I'm saying situation is. When as a if a person served their time, they come back home. You know, is there a space that we could get to as a community, as a family, as a society that truly welcomes home our people in their home? They no longer looked at as criminal.
Well, so this is a great question, but it's just it's so it's two parts to that, right? Like if you go to jail for rape, right, and you got to sign in every month, the women in your family are still gonna look at you like exactly what you did, right? Especially if it's a repetitive thing like Mystical, right? Mystical did 10 joints, come home, he's back on the airwaves, whatever, whatever. But you know what? You didn't learn the first time. Look, take this 30 clip. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you
Mm-hmm.
come home, like people gonna look at you as exactly that, right? Um, so I think that depends on the crime,
Mm-hmm.
right? Some crimes are more heinous than others, right? But then on the other hand, if we just talk about drugs, robberies, a body. It's all according to what are you showing in these moments, right? Are you showing a change behavior, right? Because if you still showing that you're a drug dealer, if you're still showing that you robbing people, like the thing is that a lot of times we go from being the one that's abandoned to be the abandoner, right? Unconsciously without even realizing it, right? And when a lot of times we choose things that is different than what we say we believe in. Yo, I'm loyal to the call. I'm loyal to the floor. And then the identity is that we loyal to the code, but we ain't loyal to our family, right? We ain't loyal to these kids when we continue to be in these places and we continue to put ourselves in jeopardy to be away from our kids. You know what I'm saying? So that identity is something that we have to work on, right? Am I what do I have to gain over here that's gonna help me lose what I have over here? Right? Sometimes the reward ain't don't be worth the risk. Because the risk is that Mama Love she ain't gonna keep coming making these visits, right? The gang members ain't even making the visits. Them niggas ain't coming through. I promise you they not. I know that for a fact they not. I'm telling you from experience. The gang members is not coming through. You're not getting socks boxes, t-shirts. The gang members not doing it. Right? Gang members ain't sending each other off to college. Right? When you bring a gang member home, oh yeah, son is a gangster. Right? It ain't, oh, he got the potential to be a electrician, an architect, or none of that. We gonna put the kitty together to get him out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Then he could bring the love back to the hood so that we could all be good. No, he he gonna bust his gun. he gonna bust his gun. That's what we need. He's here to bust his gun, man. So like I think the identity is all according to what when you come home, what are you showing? Right? But then the other identity is, are we glorifying the fact that you came home like you coming home from the army or college? We're gonna have a welcome home for my man. He just came home from jail. They don't even one of the most prolific scenes in the movie Menace to Society is that they actually threw Kane a party because he graduated from high school. Right? People miss that. Oh, Kane, what? He caught the body. He did this, he did that. They don't even remember that originally he wasn't like the rest of them. He was just hanging out with the rest of these dudes. His moves changed when his cousin died in front of him, though. So I think the identity is not just about what a person is saying when they on the phone in jail. Yo, yeah, man. Because I don't know how many people you speak to that have been to jail. No, dude, like I was one of them dudes, right? 2010, I'm on the phone. I was single actually though, but I'm on the phone. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to get home. Man. I'm gonna get me a job. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Whatever, whatever. Talking female friend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And I got home. I was doing good. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing good. Graduated from a work readiness program, valedictorian, all of those things. I will never forget the day that I knew that I was gonna sell drugs again. I was at work. My ex-girlfriend, I was me and this dude had an exchange of words. We wasn't beefing. We just had an exchange of words. She knew I didn't like him. She knew we didn't I don't he didn't like me. She invites him to the house that we're living in, and he leaves his gun in the house. And her daughter's there. Her daughter 2 years old. So I say, yo, who gun is it? She tells me. I said, you let him in the crib? Like, right? Your loyalty, where's your loyalty? I'm your man. All right, we bypassed it. I said, yo, tell him he got a week to come get the gun. He ain't come get it. 2 weeks later, the gun's still in the house. The 2 weeks in the day I grabbed the gun, I sold it to one of my men that he was beefing with. Me and her not even together. A month later, she calls me, yo, this nigga swung on me over his gun. He told her, she told him everything that happened, how much the gun was sold for, because I gave her the money. Told her everything. He still wanted a problem with me, but she spent the money. So now, her being silly, right? Saying she's a street girl and all this stuff, she gives him my number. He calls me 100 times. I'm at work. He called me 100 times. Literally, I'm at work. He told him crazy to me. I looked at my supervisor. I said, I quit. This dude, he ain't gonna keep threatening me. I quit. And I went uptown, whooped him out, and then I went and seen Poppy and got back into the game. I was back in the game. Saying this money got to come one way or another. Saying, but and then I go back to jail, right? And that's the second one was the one that said, "Woo, baby." That's what the transformation. You know what I'm saying? Like everything changed then. Even now, I think I just told somebody this the other day. Like it tickles me when people tell me, like, "Yo, your daughter changed your life." My daughter's 3. I've been home 8 years. I changed before my daughter was born, so that I could be ready for these moments, though. Because if I still was living the way I was living, it wouldn't go together. This is hand in hand. My change plus her being here. So I think the change has to start with you, and then when you come home, you got to illustrate that, and then people are gonna embrace it, and they're gonna accept you as who you are, not who they thought you was, who you used to be. None of that. And that's the only time that comes into play, convicted felon or not, and that goes into everything, right? Because you could be an ex drug dealer, it's people that used to sell drugs that just never got caught. People that used to rob people that just never got caught, right? But if you're not that now, we're not looking at that now. He's a doctor, he's a lawyer, he's this, right? They're not going to talk about how many people you robbed or how much drugs you sold to get there. None of that. They only going to talk about the now. So you got to help them to live in the now by showing them that now this is who I am, right? If you ever if you ever if you ever been convicted of a felony and you go on a job interview and they ask you, have you been convicted of a felony? The reason that they tell you not to lie is because you can answer the question just like this. Yes, I've been convicted of a felony, but since then, these are the things I've accomplished. I got my OSHA, I got this, I got that. Right? Now you start to highlight the things that you've been able to do since being a free person. But that's, you know what I'm saying? Now you're making them look at you different. And that's society and the internal, the house part. So now here's a moral dilemma for you, man. You and I was just talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we gonna get into that later. Oh, but it's a moral dilemma that I do want to ask about, right?
Yeah.
The brother from Ohio, the cops that killed his son, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And then he killed the cop that killed his son.
Hmm.
Um, Religiously, they teach us, "Thou shalt not kill," right? "Thou shalt not steal," right?
Hmm.
But then they also teach you eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Right.
So, this comes from where do your morals really come from, right? Where
Hmm.
do your morals stem from, right? The religion or the mother, the father, the uncle, the aunt, the streets, to this, right? Um, so now my question is, morally, um, do you feel like that particular brother did the right thing by killing the cop that killed his son?
100%. 100%.
Oh, and why?
One of my elders, the esteemed elder, 21st century scholar, premier scholar, Dr. Baba Nwalimu Baruti, he said, and I agree, the moment he became father, he already was acceptable of one handcuff around his wrist, meaning that forever these are your children. Your duty to protect, defend, whatever, provide all of those aspects in regards to what it means to be father and the man. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? So any danger that befalls them, you take that on. So in uh the brother,
When you start laughing, I feel like I set you up.
no, no, it's not a setup. It's this is real. I love it, and this is why I love these bills. And I gotta have them with you because you already understand. When if you know how precious it is, and the process that goes along with creating a life, cultivating a life, and being the responsible guardian, guide, stewardship, and example to your child, and then other children in your community. When that is cut short, you got a duty and responsibility to make that right. So there's no way in the world you get to sit at home with your family and your children, and I get to sit at home minus one. You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
his mind, the cop got it. My mind, he'd have came home to nothing. You understand? He came home to nothing. Like you gotta come home every day to nothing. Every time you come home from watch, you gotta come home to nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
So
So
you know what's crazy about you saying
he
that
did
is
it for
that
him, and that's where it's at.
no, I ain't mean to interrupt
Yeah.
you, but
So in my mind,
I agree with
you
what you was
good.
what you're
Yeah.
actually talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like, man, you kill mines,
Yeah.
and I got to live with being a father for the rest of
Yeah.
my life without being a father because mines is taken. I want you to live and have that same pain, bro. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
I'm
if you
not
heard what I
waiting
said, but
for the criminals of the
yeah,
criminal justice system.
the criminals of the criminal justice system. Now,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just said that
I ain't waiting on the
if
criminals
you,
of the criminal justice system to let the process work. Now the process work real quick. It worked in
if
6 seconds. You understand? Like it worked very, very well. In about six seconds, and that's it. So happy Father's Day to
like I
these
said,
men. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I just
Happy
you
Father's
know,
Day to them.
I would love to be able to just I would love to be able to get you back and let you live with the same amount of emptiness that I have to live with. And I know it's a different go to the board situation when you kill a cop and they keep hitting you because you killed the cop as opposed to when you kill a cop's kid. The kid wasn't a cop. He
Right.
wasn't one of ours. Oh, but it's on you, brother. It's on you. And we got a few comments, even though they're not asking no
Man,
questions. I wish they would though. I wish the people in the audience
yeah,
would ask some questions or you know what I'm saying, drop a more dilemma that
People always texting you. Somebody always texting you, right?
No, they but they in the comments on YouTube, so they could write their questions out or not, or they more of a dilemma like one. I'm just gonna double up because I see that you thinking and you ain't asked a question, you ain't tapping tonight. Uh,
Yeah, you was ready.
uh,
You already ready.
yeah, I stay ready, so I gotta get ready. The vibes with Mr. Stacks here, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Boss Talk, I'm here, man. You know what I'm saying? I only talk to bosses. Um, here's a moral dilemma, man. Religiously, they teach us thou shalt not kill. Once again, this is a moral dilemma, right? Religiously, they teach us thou shalt not
Mm,
kill. So then that taps into uh, abortions, right? For a woman that gets raped but has this religious the moral, right? Has this religious moral, thou shalt
that's
not
just
kill, do
wicked.
not do it. It's not good, right? What is her position? What is her position if she's raped and doesn't want to push out a rape baby and have to look at this rape baby for the rest of her life?
I remember I was 16. I was about 16 years old. I was in military school, and they asked me that question in front of the class. They asked me that question in front of the class. They asked me, what was something that could be done to improve humanity, and I said to take away free will. I was 16, Stax. I said take away free will, and I broke it down, did all of the things right, and they asked me about this situation that you're bringing about. Um, Connection tripping a little bit right now. Um, I know a woman who's a mother, and she has a child as a product of an assault. I know another woman who gave up her child under the same circumstance. I know one who raised this child to an adult, and I know one who gave the child away in the foster care situation. I couldn't imagine the pain and the horror and the hell to be reminded of this, instance or circumstance, over and over. We see children and we see parents, and we don't know the circumstances of their birth, right? A woman could have been assaulted by a family member, somebody close to her, as we well know, her brother, her cousin, her father, whatever the case may be, and she gave birth to these children. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of circumstances that are set. Her decision in her mind, that's to her own consciousness. You understand what I'm saying? Her own uh, choice, so to speak, in that circumstance. I said the only two instances where this thing happens, for me, is in the case of a rape, or is in the case of you could die as a result of having this child. You understand what I'm saying? So like this, you could die, and this child would be without you know a mother in this instance. Their mother in that instance. So that was my mind. Uh, Now things are a little different as far as that goes. I believe it's up to whatever in her mind she believes that she can handle. I think she, again, like similar to the brother situation, like you said, my man close to me, going to seek out whatever help is necessary for her to have, so she can make an informed decision. On all those instances, that it shouldn't just be something that she does on a whim.
Hmm.
But whatever ultimate decision that she makes, I believe she'll be justified in whatever decision she makes, as long as she has the proper information and guidance on what to do.
All right, you gotta ask two questions now.
All right, I'm gonna ask you questions right now. I'm, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then I'm gonna get to the moral dilemma after your question. Right. So this next movie that you coming out with, is it connected to the movies that you previously did? And if you could share a time when you felt like you was being yeah, I said, could you, if it's connected to the story, the movies you previously did, and if you could share a little bit of the story, I got some moral dilemma cooked up for you right after that.
So this next movie is not tied to any of the movies in the past. Um, it's more it's more about evolving, and um, it's about the identity that a lot of times, um, no matter what a person thinks it says or feels, perception is not reality, right? If you actually face the circumstances that many of us have faced, I'm talking about people that have been to jail when I make the statement. Um, if you actually have been in those particular shoes, for most of us, when you have nothing else, no other choice, nothing else behind you, and nothing else in front of you except the cell wall and the cell gate. That is the time when you really, or when you close to death. That is most of the time when you accept God, right? So that's just the fine print of what the movie is about, right? The fine print of what the movie is about, not from a religious standpoint, from a literal standpoint of a lot of times when we are faced with the circumstances or whatnot, it don't matter if you a gang member, it don't matter if you a killer, it don't matter if you a raper, it don't matter if you a Jew, whatever you choose to call yourself, you gonna turn to God in some type of way, right? And even if you're a gang member, the gang that you got to take the oath. You got to take the oath to being a gang member. That makes that's a form of a cult. That's a form of a cult. So the identity is that sometimes circumstances make you change the things that you actually say that you really believe in or don't believe in. But you got to be faced with that. The people, most people that say that they would never snitch. Oh, I'll never tell. I'll never be that. I'll never. They ain't been faced with the right circumstances. They ain't been faced with the right
Yo, get out
circumstances
my moral dilemma situation, son. I was
in
going
real
there
life,
next. You
though.
know I was going there
I'm
next.
just
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
I don't know what you
Yeah,
was gonna say.
you
I'm
know I
just
was
saying
going there
that
next.
a person,
You
a
did, you
person,
did, you
a,
did. That's it.
like 6ix9ine. If they would have offered 6ix9ine 2 years in jail instead of 40 years in jail, 50 years in jail, he would have never told on everybody he told on. Right? He was faithful. He was back against the wall. Different kind of situation. Look, you got 2 years with me. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you everybody. I'll tell on my mother. Yeah, give me the two. Give me the two. I'm out of here. I got stuff to do. So a lot of if you ain't never been in them shoes, you don't know how to walk in them. And even if them shits fit you, sometimes you can put on shoes that's your size, but they ain't meant for you. You ain't ready. You
Yeah.
ain't ready for those. It's different. Go ahead. You're more with the level, man. Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to go too far though.
Yeah, no, that was perfect because that's a perfect segue to the actual question. Uh, Me and my brother Che Black, man, we doing center mathematics, right? The mathematics or the mathematical equation behind good cinema. And we did episode one. Episode one was the movie The Spook Who Sat by the Door, right? So I came at it with a whole, just right in the moment, I came at it with a whole nother perspective, right? I was like, when is it okay to be an agent? Is it ever okay to be an agent? So is it ever okay to be an agent? Is it ever okay to be a rat, to be a snitch, whatever the case may be? To be a provocateur, right? So that's how I framed the question when we started looking at it, because this was an ex CIA agent who came back to the hood and was teaching people in the hood techniques, and procedures to be able to defend themselves against tyranny and oppression, right? So I'm like, all right, when is it okay? Because people was like, yo, that movie was off the chain. I'm saying, son, this dude was a CIA agent. You understand what I'm saying? Ex-military,
Yeah.
ex-CIA agent. You understand what I'm saying? So under what circumstances is it okay? You understand what I'm saying? People talk about Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall was an informant. Also, you understand what I'm saying? So when is it
I'm just
okay?
going
Al
to
Sharpton
listen. I'm
was an
just going. I'm gonna
informant.
answer.
Like you
I'm
know what
gonna
I'm
answer the
saying? Like
question like this. I'm gonna answer the question like this, right?
break
Um,
it down.
Al Sharpton is a loser. Who cares about him or not? Um, I'm just gonna answer the question like this, man. I'm telling you right now, right? Anything that right now, right? And like, right? People gonna say whatever they want. They gonna say whatever the fuck they want. I don't even give a fuck, to be honest. It's straight up and down. You hearing it here first, right? Anything that tries to take me away from my daughter, right? Anything that tries to take me away from my daughter that I have nothing to do with, you call me a snitch, you call me whatever the fuck you want to call me, or whatever. It, guess what? Oh well, that right there don't mean nothing to me no more. When I was in it, it meant something, right? The dude, because the reality is the dude that working 9 to 5 ain't no snitch, right? He ain't no snitch. Ain't nobody going to jail because he ain't no he ain't 9 to 5. Ain't nobody going to jail. They just losing their job. Sometimes they don't even lose their job. Well, little suspension real quick, right? But when you start to reassess and reevaluate your morals and the things that you actually truly value, then it becomes a different identity. So those things is not gonna they're not even gonna really matter at the end of the day. We in a society right now where the snitches is living and they killing what somebody's gonna say is a real nigga. Yeah, the quote unquote real nigga is the one that's on the shirt. The snitch is running free. You ain't even trying to do nothing to him. Like, people don't know the real true story about why Alpo really got killed, the shot, or whatever the case might be. People don't know why he really got killed. They only go by speculating, yeah, that rat ass nigga being you, whatever, whatever, whatever. And it's always the people that never did nothing to him but shook his hand and and tried to embrace him because they were scared of him. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody that actually had a real one-on-one situation with him where he told him that he was gonna kill him because he was running around trying to bully a lot of people.
Got my own moral dilemma over here right now. You heard? A lot of things happening over here. Oh man. Next week, maybe we're gonna do a part two, yo. Like we can't leave this alone. Pink, cool.
I got one more for you before we go, man.
Yeah.
And maybe I should ask you this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'd be easier to ask a woman this because you know they hate a man to be a cheater, right? A woman that hate a man to be a cheater, hate hate a man to be a cheater, hate her man to be the one cheating, but she gonna hold her friends down every single trip when they cheat. When that phone call come across, where was I last night? Oh, you was at my house. Yeah, that's how that shit gonna go. You know. You know damn well she wasn't what you. So here's the moral dilemma, right? Is it ever okay if your morals tell you don't be a liar, right? Is it ever okay to have to be hanging out with somebody that is forcing you into lying on their behalf?
Hey, the criminal justice system is criminal. Okay, they click together to be criminal. They got their story straight. You understand what I'm saying? The people with the badges and the guns, you know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, it it looked like he had a weapon. Yeah, yeah, it looked like he had a weapon. You understand what I'm saying? So that whole, that the mentality of the Spygate via the Patriots, showed America to be what America is, right? Their response to the Spygate and the deflating of the footballs was, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, my mom
that's the
just said.
instance.
My mom just
You may
said
have a
cheaters flock
moral
together.
compass. Yeah, yeah,
Come on.
you might only have a moral compass. You might have the moral compass, but everybody that's surrounding you may not have it, or they got it to an extent. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's why they got the Fifth Amendment. You can invoke your Fifth Amendment rights. You understand? That's why when the police they come and accost you, they tell you got the right to remain silent. What you talking for in the first place? You understand what I'm saying? So if you talking, whatever you say or do gonna be used against you in the court of law. Whatever you said on the internet, whatever you said online, whatever you posted when you was mad that day, all of it is admissible. You understand? So they about to murk you with your own words. So you know,
my
I
mom,
believe
my,
that
my
there's.
mom don't
Go
want
ahead.
to answer the. Look, my mom don't want to answer the question. She want to make statements. She said, and
I ain't messing
and
with Mama
and
Lisa. Whatever she say,
that.
that's a bit. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
I'm a look. I tell the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? This is look. I don't. I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm great at being in relationships or whatnot, or great at. You know what I'm saying? I'm successful in relationships, but I'm not listening to nobody that's not great at being in a relationship. That's not successful, and I'm not listening to nobody that cheated and lied. I'm not. This is right. This is crazy. I ain't trying to blow her up. I'm just saying, like you 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 got to answer the question. And the reason that you're not answering the question and making statements is because you once was one of them. You once was them.
She said, "What's the question?" I answer it. Just ask.
What's the question? It's crazy.
Send her the link so she could come on. You can ask her.
I ain't sending
Cause
her the link. She can come on next week since
I'm,
she got so much to say.
I'm we do a part two. We do a part two with Mama Lisa. You know what I'm saying? We got morals and dilemmas. These 21 questions. Where are you talking to me? I wasn't on
Yeah, ask her, man.
that.
Ask her, ask her when she start to make these statements. Ask her when she
Yo,
started to make these statements and we read in these comments, has she ever cheated? She ain't she if she say no, then we gonna have them then we might have to end the moral dilemmas. This is crazy.
oh man,
This is crazy.
she trying to support. Look. Mom said, "Look,
She
leave
coming
me out of
on.
this,
Tell her you
okay?
coming on next week. You coming on
Next
next week.
next week,
We gonna have
next.
you we gonna have you
Clap it
front
up,
and center, man. Heartbeats, front and center.
front and center."
Yeah, you cheated
Yeah,
in your
so
younger
we
years, man.
we gonna theme that next week.
We're gonna tap into it next week, man. We love you.
When is it
We love
okay?
you, love.
When is it okay to cheat? You know what I'm saying? We here to talk about it. You know? We gonna examine it from every angle: relationship, life, whatever, your job, whatever, whatever the case may be. All right, we're gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we bring Dr. Love out of retirement because she ain't fooling with us
Nah,
on
she
the
ain't gonna come
Spygate
on,
shit.
man.
You know
She
what
busy.
I'm
She got
saying?
stuff to take care. I think she got surgery. She said I ain't got no warrants and I ain't
She
scared. She mad funny. Yeah.
So we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Mama Lisa will be in the building. You understand what I'm saying? Right
Yo,
here.
Before I let you in this segment, man. Before I let you in this part of this segment, I gotta ask, man. Who was the fella that had the blue suit on that you put on? Because that definitely could not be me, man. What's that? The cartoon version, man? I was like, who's this dude, man?
That
He
was
didn't have
that
no
that was
dimples
your
and
that was
nothing.
your Staxx guitar. That was your Staxx
Nah,
guitar. You understand what I'm
that
saying?
was
They got
crazy.
Avatar. That was just Staxx
You
guitar.
you look like you, and I look, and I don't know who that was.
Yo, that was crazy. I had worked on that thing like 20 times. I was about to say, F it. And it was like, all right. It was nuts, man. I'm telling you. He said, oh, I'll be there bright and early. There we go, man. We out, man.
Yeah. Yo, it was fun, man. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Do the knowledge radio. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And y'all can always find me, Staxx821 on Instagram, Staxx Irving on Facebook. I'm here. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for
8
it.
letters, 2 words, 1 meaning, man. Get money.
Yeah, get money. Uh,
What's the science, baby?
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them.